Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. And here we are back at the engineering for my biannual service on my car. So today we're getting quite a few little bits done. Oil change obviously, plus a general health check. New front suspension bushings because they've started to get a bit squeaky. And also getting one of the door panels replaced. We've got the dreaded McLaren herpes going on. So yeah, it worked out cheaper to get a new panel supplied and painted, and then we'll get Steve to fit it and fettle it to get it fitting right. So that's all happening today. I'm also staying over because there's quite a few little niggly bits to get done as well. So we'll be doing some more things tomorrow morning. The car's off having its MOT done as we talk. So let's have a look round the car park a little bit and also have a look round the shop. So here we have a rather nice 720 in white with a black roof. I do like a contrast colour. Over here we've got a 12C in black, and then round the corner here we've got another 720, a rather dashing 675 in the bright orange with all that lovely matte carbon. Another 12C over here, 650S, and here, which would be my future dream, we have the 765. Rather beautiful thing this is. Love all the extra aero. I think I probably would go for a grey, maybe one not quite as dark as this. Do love that quad exhaust. It's a masterpiece. Engine bay, plexiglass on the back. Let's have a look round. I do like the colour combo though, the contrast in black and grey, and then the orange accents on this one. Looks mint. Those carbon arch vents inserted. Very, very pretty. Okie dokie. So let's have a quick look through the shop. Lots of work going on as usual. Another 12C. Yellow 720. Nice little Beetle over there. Got some Ferraris. Although Steve says he's not doing a lot of work with Ferraris at the moment. It's nearly all McLaren. P1. Really nice 720. I do like that colour grey actually. Again with the orange accents, I think works really, really well. Very vibrant. This car definitely gets used because it's got some dirt on it, which is great to see. 675 over there, another 12C, and an Elise. Amazing. Good to see a Lotus. So, I'll be staying over, coming back tomorrow to get all the work finished. Quite a long list of little bits. Got some extra wheel spaces to fit as well as all the mechanical bits. Going to be messing around with one of the door windows as well, which decides to open itself sometimes when I shut the door, which is a bit annoying. But we'll finish this part of the video with the image of this rather gorgeous 765. As it is such a beautiful machine. Amazing. So I'll catch you guys again in the next part. Okay guys, welcome back to the next part of the video. So we're sort of halfway through the first day. Car has passed its MOT just fine. We've had a good inspection of the car. There's a minor clutch leak, which is apparently quite common. Quite often this happens when the car's idling or stuck in a traffic jam. Nothing else to worry about really. Some small cracks in the KW spring boots. Again, not a massive issue. We're just doing oil air filter clean at the moment, waiting for my oil to turn up, and then later we'll be looking at fitting the front suspension bushings. So just really happy that there's no major faults with the car. It did throw an engine warning light about a week ago, which scared the crap out of me, but apparently having done a systems check and looked at all the errors logged, that was just an erroneous thing. We've done some software updating as well, so we've updated software for the head unit, plus the door close software. That's also fixed my dodgy left window, so making great progress. So we'll catch up again for the next part of the video shortly. Okay guys, welcome back for day 2. So car's still on the ramp. Still got to do the oil change. We've got the new door applique is now on. Perfect fit, really excellent paint job from Chroma Concepts, and now we're currently replacing front suspension bushings. We've got one upper that's gone and one lower that's gone on this side, and then we've got one upper that's gone on the other side. So I'm getting those done. It had been squeaking, which was a bit annoying, driving me nuts, so getting that done. The parts aren't too expensive. We have noticed that the boots on the KWs here are cracked. Now Steve doesn't seem to think that'd be such an issue, because when the suspension's under compression it'll still cover the suspension part, but it's a little bit annoying. Oil change will probably be the last thing to be done, but then we'll be fit, done, and back in tip-top condition. So just looking at some of the replaced parts. So obviously we have the door applique here, which you can see is really heavily corroded. Steve says this is basically mainly due to water ingress. This is the lower edge of the door, and apparently where it rubs against the lower trim, damages the paint surface, and then you get moisture gets in, and then you get this happening. So he's actually tape lined the replacement one, so it should stop any friction on the door panel. And here we have one of the bushes. As you can see, it's really kind of done for. So we've had four replacement bushes in total. We decided, as we were replacing one of the top arm sets, that we'd do the second one as well while we're at it, even though that one wasn't completely gone. So goodbye to squeakiness, hopefully, from now on. And in the next part, we'll round up my 2 years of ownership and all of the bits on the car and all the bits that I plan to have done in the future. Hi guys, and welcome back to the final part of this 2-year ownership video. What I'm going to do quickly is just kind of summarize all the mods on the car. There's quite a lot of them. They're mainly sort of like quite small things, but that just subtly enhance the car. I'm not going to go into great detail on them, other than to say if there's been a problem with any of them, then I'll briefly mention that. And then I want to summarize the kind of 2-year ownership experience and any problems I've had. So starting at the front, we have the 4-dot number plate. Just in here we have my custom aluminium mesh grills. They've been brilliant. We have the carbon bonnet badge that I have modified to have a red swoosh rather than the black one, just so it gives it a little bit of colour. Moving around to the side here, we have tie wheel bolts. We also have KW springs. They're installed by Litchfield. I've got custom wheel spacers on the front and the back. So I'm a bit of a stance geek. So currently, in order to get my car sitting what I consider just about spot on from a cosmetic perspective, I'm running 3mm spacers on the back and 5mm spacers on the front. They work just fine with the standard wheel bolts, standard length wheel bolts. Anything longer than that, and I'd use longer ones. I have actually got a set of longer ones, and I'm also running 235 tyres on the front and 305 tyres on the back, so both a bit wider than the stock dimensions. I run Pilot Sport Cup 2s, which are amazing tyres and suit my usage perfectly. As you can also see, we haven't got the nasty plain aluminium disc bells. These are a set of bells that I picked up secondhand on eBay, and they have been Cerakoted black, and in conjunction with that they have tie bolts, and just to be uber geeky, the washers behind them are metallic blue, which are also titanium to match the car. Basically the whole car is now covered in tie hardware, so every bolt I can get to I've kind of replaced with either tie or aluminium, just to stop corrosion and any issues, and also because I can and I'm a geek. Stepping back, have a quick look inside. So inside, only just a couple of modifications. So I've got custom steering wheel by Royal Steering Wheels. That's been brilliant. So as you can see, it's got Alcantara at the top and the bottom, and then leather at 3 and 9. Originally the wheel was entire Alcantara. I just don't like them. They get dirty really quickly and messy. You have to maintain them all the time. So I had them change it to put the leather on 3 and 9, and also had the yellow stitching added, as well as the 12 o'clock notch. I really like the way it looks. And then over here we've got my version 2 custom phone bracket, powered directly from the fuse box in the car. It's got wireless charging and works great. So that's pretty much it on the interior, to be honest. Okay, so if we come around the back, obviously can't see them, but the air boxes are behind the back wheels. We have dry media air filters from alias23.com. They've been brilliant at my recent service. They've just been cleaned out. They're in great condition and they've been brilliant. If we come around the back, we've got my Fab Speed titanium tailpipes, custom painted black by me, with the McLaren logo embossed on them. Up the top here we've got my other little vinyl creation with a 3D McLaren logo on it. I just think it follows black all the way through the top of the car and looks nice. I also upgraded the rear badge to a carbon one. Got that on eBay for a really good price. Inside we have Larini exhaust system. It's their GT1 Inconel clad system. I also have Larini sports caps, and the car is running a stage 2 Litchfield map, running about 670 brake and about 780 Newton meters of torque peak. So the car has had some niggles, but overall the ownership experience hasn't really been that bad at all. Main niggle was about 11 months in, so I had a door lock failure. That was covered under dealership warranty because I was bought for a dealership with a 12-month warranty. They sorted that out very promptly, so that was fine. The other major failure was battery failure. My car is now running a non-OEM battery. It's running an anti-gravity battery, which is great because basically if it discharges down to less than 30%, it goes to sleep itself, and then you have a key fob that allows you to reactivate it, and it's got plenty of power to restart the car. Now that for me is indispensable in this car, as I found out when my OEM battery went down in the middle of Wales on a road trip, and it was an absolute nightmare to get back into the car. So I wouldn't be going back to an OEM battery again, especially as the anti-gravity one weighs 1.5 kilos less and has a higher capacity. Other issues, nothing major. Minor gearbox sweating, as Steve at V Engineering calls it. That hasn't caused any issues, and he says it's quite normal, especially if you do use the car as a daily, which I do use it for daily driving from time to time, and you end up sitting in traffic. I've switched my oil from Mobil 1 to Motil Power 8100. That really has been great. Oil consumption has gone down using that oil. I very rarely have to top it up at all now. Just so you know, I don't use the car on track, it's all on road. It's had a few electrical foibles, but the usual ones, maybe a handful I would say, where it's thrown odd wobblies. Where the air conditioning system went on full heat in the middle of the summer for some reason, and I couldn't stop it until I stopped the car, turned it off, and turned it back on again, and then it was fine. Other than that, to be honest, I mean, mechanically, it's been solid. I've now done 16k in the car. It's coming up to 30k. Next week, it's going to have its front end PPF rehashed, because after 16k, it's starting to get a few nicks and knocks and scrapes and scratches on it. It's also going to have a recoat of ceramic coating. It's currently running G-Technique Halo, which I've found has been an excellent coating. But yeah, I mean, for me, the ownership experience has been fine. I do sort of over baby it, so it does get a look over and an oil change every 6 months, roughly every 4,000 to 5,000 miles at V Engineering. Can't recommend those guys enough. They're brilliant. The recent visit, as you've seen in the earlier part of the videos, is really, really good and sorted out a lot of issues. Oh, the other issue, yeah, I forgot, is that we did have the usual paint issue. So this door panel here was replaced. It actually worked out cheaper to buy a replacement door panel from a company called Chroma Concepts, who are an authorized McLaren bodywork centre. They supplied the panel for £180 and painted it, and then Steve at V stuck it on. I've done a rather shoddy job of PPFing it myself, just to get some protection on it. It's got a few air bubbles in it that I just can't get out. I hate PPF, so I can do vinyl really well, but I just hate PPF. Anyway, it's got some protection until it goes for its PPF refresh, and then I'll get that sorted at the same time. Other than the door locks and the battery, that's the only other thing that's really kind of failed on the car. And considering the car's now 7 years old, I think it's doing okay. I mean, it's a high performance, low volume manufactured car. All those sorts of cars, having come from a Lotus, have the same sort of issues, because they just don't have the facilities to work all the bugs out of them. But it's second to none, and the driving experience really is. And I'll be holding on to it for a few years. While it's being PPF'd, I'm going to go and see Ricky Elder at RE Performance and talk about crazy engine upgrades. Okay guys, so that's a summary of my 2-year service and 2 years ownership. I hope that's been useful to some people, and I'll catch you guys again soon when I think of another upgrade.